So many people are saying enter a prompt and let AI create an awesome video with Invideo AI. No editing. Is it really that simple though? I doubt it. Let's give it a try. This is the page you land on after logging into Invideo AI. You can select a workflow from this dropdown, but you don't have to. If you pick a workflow, Invideo will add what you've selected as an instruction in the prompt. So if you want to make a YouTube short, you can either select that in the workflow or just be sure to type it in your prompt. I'm going to select YouTube Shorts from the workflow so you can see how it uses that selection. Now we tell it what we want our video to be about. I'm going to say fun facts about cats. Make the tone of the video fun and humorous. You can specify a male or female speaker and the accent, but I'm going to leave those set at any gender and any voice. For subtitles, you can select from several options like one word at a time, several words with the current word in yellow, karaoke, and so on. We'll just stick with the default add subtitles. Next, we choose how much we want it to use iStock. You can tell it to only use iStock, never use iStock, or somewhere in between. Each plan comes with a set number of iStock credits each month, so if you don't want to use a lot of those credits on a particular video, you can tell it to go easy or not use iStock at all. You still have Shutterstock, Storyblocks, Pexels, and Pixabay. I'm going to stick with use iStock normally so that I'm not limiting the output in any way. Click continue, and now we see the prompt that it put together by adding our workflow selection to what we typed in the prompt. We'll hit generate a video. 38 seconds later, we get these options. Is our audience cat lovers, pet owners, or animal enthusiasts? I'll stick with cat lovers. Do we want the look and feel to be bright, pop, or summer? I really don't know what those mean for what the finished video will look like, so I'll stick with bright. Depending on the prompt, you'll have different options for the audience and the look and feel. The audience options are always pretty clear, but sometimes I don't know what these look and feel options mean exactly. For platform, we're going to leave that on YouTube Shorts. Click continue. 56 seconds later, we have a video. Let's check it out.
Ever wonder why your cat is the reigning king or queen of your home? Here's a quick rundown of feline facts to explain their royal status. First off, cats sleep for 13 to 14 hours a day. That's more than half their lives. Talk about a life of luxury. Next, a cat's brain is 90% similar to a human's. So, when Fluffy gives you that judgmental stare, they're probably critiquing your life choices. And finally, did you know cats have 5 toes on their front paws, but only 4 on their back paws? Why the discrepancy? Nobody knows. It's just another part of their mysterious charm. So next time you're tripping over your cat's toys, just remember, you're living in their world. And what a fascinating world it is.
There are some things I want to change, and one of the ways that you can edit in InVideo is to just tell it what you want in this AI edit box. I'm going to tell it to change the voiceover to a southern accent and click generate. And after 21 seconds, we'll see what we've got.
Ever wonder why your cat is the reigning king or queen of your home? Here's a quick rundown of feline facts to explain their royal status.
It doesn't sound southern to me, but it sounds more natural, and that's what I was going for, so I'm good with that. I'm not crazy about a few of these video selections. I could use the AI edit box and just tell it to replace some of the videos, but this time I'm going to click edit so I can see what's available for myself. This takes us to the edit media screen. Something I really like about this is that whatever media you've selected up top, it highlights the words in the script where that media is shown. To change one of the videos or images, make sure it's selected, just click on it if it isn't, and then down here you can either upload your own media if you have something you want to use, or type something to search for in the library. I'll search cat. Ooh, I like this guy, so I'll just click on him, and it's all set to replace the previous clip. I want something different here too. Let's try Cat Paul. Okay, this guy is good. Click on him. Now he's set to replace once we click Apply Changes. But first, I want to replace a few more. Let's go into warp speed so I don't bore you. Now that we've replaced all the ones we wanted, click Apply Changes. InVideo says it's doing its magic. Now I want to tweak the script a bit. Again, I could use the AI edit box and tell it what to do, but I'm going to do it manually by clicking Edit, and then in the top left, click Edit script. I don't want these quotation marks in here because they show up in the subtitles, and I don't know what this short pause deal is all about. Maybe that keeps the video from cutting out abruptly when the voiceover stops. Oh well, I'll take the risk and delete it. You could also add or remove titles in here, but I'm good with what InVideo did. Okay, apply changes. Let InVideo do its thing, and see what we've got.
Ever wonder why your cat is the reigning king or queen of your home? Here's a quick rundown of feline facts to explain their royal status. First off, cats sleep for 13 to 14 hours a day. That's more than half their lives. Talk about a life of luxury. Next, a cat's brain is 90% similar to a human's. So, when Fluffy gives you that judgmental stare, they're probably critiquing your life choices. And finally, did you know cats have 5 toes on their front paws but only 4 on their back paws? Why the discrepancy? Nobody knows. It's just another part of their mysterious charm. So next time you're tripping over your cat's toys, just remember, you're living in their world. And what a fascinating world it is.
Okay, it made the changes. When I do these tests and reviews, I always want to go at it like I'm really making something I would actually use. So if I was making this video to use, I'd change up more of these visuals, and that's what I'm doing now, and fast forward so I'm not wasting your time. Now that I'm done swapping media, I want to show you another way you can edit in InVideo and get more precise control over the details. For this, you have to click your profile pic, then click Settings, and then turn on Beta Features. Click the fish to go back home, then click the project we're working on. Now with beta features enabled, if we click the export button, we'll have the option to export to timeline. We do that, and we get a notice that it's an experimental feature. Click OK, that's why we turned on beta features in the first place. And now you've got a timeline editor with tracks and properties. I haven't learned how all of this works, so I'm not going to go through it in detail. I just wanted to show you that it's there and how to get to it. It might be awesome, it might be terrible. I like the fact that they're going in that direction, even if they haven't perfected it yet, which maybe they have, I don't know. Let me tell you about the pros and cons from my tinkering. I'll start with the cons. Sometimes the visuals it picks are way off, even if it has visuals available that would match. For example, I created a video on bizarre things to see in Washington, D.C., and the script talked about the Exorcist steps, the mansion on O Street, the Main Street Fish Market, and others like that. But it just picked footage of apple blossoms, the White House, Capitol, and whatnot. I looked at the available media, and it did have visuals for some of those sites in the library. I could replace the vague DC clips with the specific ones. It just seemed weird that it didn't pull them in the first place. I created an animal video that was talking about a cheetah or something, but showing a clip of a killer whale. It's easy enough to replace the clips, but I want you to know that does happen. It's not just prompt click, poof, there's an awesome video ready for prime time. Sometimes when I give it an instruction in the AI edit box and hit generate, it appears to be doing its thing, but doesn't actually make a change. Sometimes it will add something weird to the script, like cold open at the beginning. If that needs to be there for a reason, I wish it would pop up and tell me why. I just delete it and move on. The first pro is that the script InVideo generates so far has been pretty darn accurate for me. But this is AI, so I won't rely on it to be right, and I don't suggest you do that either. Know your subject or fact check what it generates, unless you don't care. But I'm sure you do. You can drop in your own script instead of letting InVideo write the script for you. I love that because sometimes I have something really specific in my head. I also like that you can give it a URL to reference for writing the script. And we didn't play with this time. Darn. All the generative AI that I've messed with does a much better job of reading my mind when I give it a specific URL, whether it's a blog post, product page, Wikipedia, or whatever. Lastly, I have to give it to InVideo that the free tier let me mess around with everything a lot more than I expected. Most generative AI tools that I've played with shut me off while I'm still trying to run it through the paces. I've been testing InVideo a lot on the free tier, and it hasn't shut me down yet. Now, back to the original question we started this video with. Is InVideo AI really as simple as enter a prompt and let AI create an awesome video that's perfect and ready to go? No, it's not. More than likely, you'll want to swap out some of the stock media, maybe even find and upload some images or videos you found elsewhere, especially if there isn't anything you like for a particular scene in the InVideo library. You might want to tweak the script or do some precise editing in the timeline. So, is InVideo junk? Not at all. This is where I get really frustrated with the gurus for overhyping things. All that's going to do is leave us disappointed or thinking that we're doing something wrong because it isn't working like it did in the slick pitch video. Can't we just be straight with people? Go and tell what it does and doesn't do, and not make it sound like the thing is going to create the perfect video in 2 seconds and then take out the trash and make your car get better gas mileage. Okay, rant over. The bottom line is that InVideo AI can do a lot of the work, even if you have to make some edits, which you'd probably do even if you made the video from scratch in a regular video editor. Every word and every clip that InVideo AI spits out that you like and that fits is a chunk of that video that's already done. You've saved time by not having to write the script, find every single piece of stock content, upload, insert, adjust, and so on. Even if you want to swap out half the clips it picked, that was probably still a lot quicker than finding all the clips for a video. Could you just type your prompt, hit generate, and publish whatever it spits out? I guess you could, but then you'd have something that every other person on the planet with an internet connection can create too. If you're a content creator, I think you should put some you in the content you're creating. Let the AI do the stuff that takes time, and that gives you more time to do the stuff that makes it yours. InVideo AI pricing starts at free. You get 10 minutes a week of AI generation, no use of iStock assets, 4 exports a week, which will all include the InVideo logo, and access to the standard stock library of about 2.5 million assets. On the Plus tier for $20 a month, assuming you pay annually, you get 50 minutes a month of AI generation, you can use 80 iStock assets a month, and unlimited exports, and that's for one user. Max gets you 200 minutes of AI generation, use up to 320 iStock assets a month, and unlimited exports for $48 a month if you pay annually. That's based on one user. In my opinion, the free tier is great to take in video for a test drive, but I don't think I'd publish anything with the company's logo, watermarks, or whatever. So if you like the test drive on the free tier, I'd probably bump up to the Plus for $20 a month and see how much of the minutes and credits you're using. You can always upgrade if you're using the heck out of it. Something you need to watch for is that InVideo has 2 different tools, InVideo AI and InVideo Studio. InVideo AI is what we've been talking about in this video. It's the newer InVideo tool that lets you create videos with text prompts. InVideo Studio is the older tool that works more like a traditional video editor, but with pre-made templates for your videos. These tools are separate. If you subscribe to one, you do not get access to the other unless you subscribe to it as well. The pricing is different. Studio is a little less expensive, so I don't want you to get mixed up and think you found a great deal on InVideo AI, only to find you've accidentally subscribed to InVideo Studio. The link in the description will take you to InVideo AI, where you can start for free. If you're watching this on a TV and can't click the link, here's a QR code you can scan. Brief disclaimer here. This week, while I've been working on this video, I've had some kind of flu, or I don't know what the heck it is, with a really high fever and just all kinds of bad things happening. So if there's anything really strange in this video, let's just talk it up to delirium from the high fever. Thanks for understanding.